In the heart of the arid desert, where the winds tell ancient legends, there lived a boy named Samir. His world was endless sands, a huge blue sky, and an old, worn-out ball with which he never parted for a minute. Samir was happy playing alone, but always longed for friends who would share his passion for the game. One day, when a sandstorm suddenly struck the desert, swirling everything around him in its powerful embrace, Samir lost sight of the way home. In the heart of the storm, as the wind crept into the most secret corners of his clothes, the boy saw a strange glow. Following it, he hoped to find shelter, but instead found a door leading to nowhere, hovering amidst a swirl of sand. Samir, driven by a curiosity that was always stronger than his fear, opened the door. Behind it, he found an ancient city lost in time, where the buildings and streets were carved out of the sand itself. The city seemed empty, but the feeling that someone was watching him never left the boy. Samir decided to explore the city in search of help. In the central square, he found a statue of a boy whose facial features were horrifyingly similar to his own. Next to the statue lay a ball, an exact replica of the one Samir had. When he touched the ball, the wind suddenly died down and the city came alive. The shadows that before seemed to be just a play of light took shape, becoming children silently emerging from the sandy houses. They surrounded Samir, but their eyes were empty, devoid of life. It was then that the boy realized that these children, like the statue, were once lost souls lured into this city. Realizing that the door through which he had entered was gone, Samir was seized with panic. The children began to play with the ball, passing it to each other, but each time the ball passed through their bodies, the screams of the wind sounded louder and louder. Samir tried to run away, but the city seemed like an endless maze. Finally, exhausted and having lost all hope, Samir fell to his knees in the square in front of a statue identical to his. At that moment, the city once again fell silent, and the boy realized that he had become part of its eternal story. Since then, every time a sandstorm hits the desert, the city temporarily reappears from beneath the sands, waiting for a new unfortunate traveler to get lost, just as Samir once got lost. The legend of the boy and the lost city spread to neighboring settlements. Tales of a mysterious city that appears and disappears among the sand dunes have become a warning to all who dare to explore the desert. But no one has ever been able to find the way to the lost city or find out what happened to Samir after he crossed its threshold. Samir stayed in the city forever, becoming just another ghost roaming its deserted streets. He plays ball with the shadows that were once children like him, but are now denied the chance to leave him. With each new child that wanders into the city, history repeats itself, adding another soul to its eternal inhabitants. The ball that was once a symbol of freedom and joy for Samir has now become a symbol of his eternal imprisonment in this place cut off from the world. It became a reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved and some places are best left unexplored. And while the desert continues to hold its secrets, Samir's story is a grim reminder that around every corner, in every forgotten ruin or lost city, there may lurk forces that man is powerless to confront.